Hey, how's it going? It's August 1st, 2022. This is your Daily Sweet Talk. Um, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Um, they've been pretty consistent over the years with keeping the same actors, even throughout different time periods. It's pretty much always the same actors playing the same roles. Occasionally, for smaller roles, there will be some recasting. It's usually not noticeable because it's usually just a few characters. Sometimes they'll write it because the way these shows are written, sometimes they'll just like make new characters. Like Mike was invented because Bob Odenkirk was not available to film that scene. So sometimes they'll write it like that. So they pretty much always use the same actors for that, unless it's like I think on Better Call Saul they had like a flashback when Kim was a kid, so obviously they're not going to use the adult actress who plays Kim for that scene. But Better Call Saul is a prequel. It's still Bob Odenkirk and all those all those actors playing the same characters. El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, did not take that. It took place like directly after Breaking Bad, and even had some flashbacks, but it was filmed way after the fact. And I have mixed feelings about the way they approach this stuff. I respect it a lot because you'll see shows like Stranger Things. Look at what Stranger Things did in season 4 with. They had a lot of flashbacks with 11, and they had like adult Millie Bobby Brown. I guess she wasn't. She was probably like 16 or 17 when they filmed these. I don't know. But they like de-aged her to be like what, I don't even know, 10. I don't know. I don't know. They de-aged her from like 16, 17 to 10 years old or whatever. And it was very creepy. They don't do anything like that on Breaking Bad. They'll just do makeup. And they've been pretty effective with that. I mean, when you have like the flash forwards in Better Call Saul, and you have the things like that, like the different they differentiate the characters in different time periods enough that you can at least usually overlook the fact that they look noticeably older sometimes, usually. But I don't know, with like the Breaking Bad movie specifically, and especially with the character Todd, Jesse Plemons aged a lot in the years between when Breaking Bad ended and when they filmed El Camino. Not to say he looks like way older. I mean, he does, but he looks different. Think of someone like what's his name from Weird Science and Breakfast Club? Anthony. Anthony Michael Hall. Anthony Michael Hall looks like a totally different person now. That's kind of Jesse Plemons. Kind of like started to look very different. And so it's weird when they're filming scenes like that. And I don't know that any sort of de-aging could fix the amount he looked different. But I have seen videos where people applied de-aging just subtly to some scenes of Breaking Bad. Sometimes not so subtly, and sometimes it's pretty bad, these videos. But they're just messing around. They're just like messing around with the tech on clips from Breaking Bad. And I think when they are it is used sparingly and very lightly, I don't think it would be bad for them to have had some de-aging and stuff like that. It's not as bad as something like The Irishman, which people loved the de-aging in The Irishman, or people loved The Irishman anyway, despite all the de-aging stuff in that. And I think that stuff was very jarring and noticeable, and they didn't pull that off very well. But light touch-ups I don't think would be that bad, but it's fine as it is.